What is going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes on a website design that we're building for a personal brand. And let me just share this quick to my group so they can take a peek at what's going on. And we'll get the show on the road. All right. So last week, I showed you the wireframing of this particular project. And now I can show you the actual design that we came up with based on our stylescapes, based on how the user experience, based on all of that stuff. So let me share screen and we'll get this party started. So let me just make sure I can see what's going on over here. All right, cool. So let me take you down. So this is how we present our website designs. And we like to leave some information on the left and right to explain to the client why we did certain things, okay? So this is the actual website design of the homepage for this particular client. And if you guys have been following this project, you know, a lot of the stylescape ideas came here. They don't look exactly like the stylescapes, but the ideas came from the stylescape. So this is above the fold. This is what people will see as soon as they come to the page. So we have the logo nice and prominent. We have this great question, why you need super fans. Or I shouldn't say it's a question, it's a statement that is very intriguing, because our goal here is to keep folks on the page, keep visitors on the page. We want to entertain them. We want to get them excited to be here. And just by the colors alone with this brand, that's going to really put that wow factor into the brand's identity. So this is going to be an animated area on the right here. It's going to be clickable. A video is going to pop up, and we're going to get right into it. So when people start to watch video on your site, that keeps them around. It keeps them engaged. It keeps them interested. So that's how we're going to have that functionality. And I'll obviously do a video on the staging site of this project once we get there. But so that's the above the fold. And what we did here was we put the navigation down at the bottom, and we're gonna test that. We're gonna set up a heat map probably and see where the folks are clicking and where they're hovering their mouth. If they're constantly going up to the top to try to find navigation, we're gonna move it. But for a unique perspective, we put the navigation down. It's gonna be above the fold, but down below. And as you hover over the different navigation tabs, there's going to be that purple background that's going to highlight the tab, so to know to click on it. So that's the section. That's the first section. This is the second section. This is like the About Us section, if you will. Talks a little bit about Pradeep. You click the video button, and the video actually appears. And it's a great story of Pradeep. All right, then here, this looks a little bland on the design side of things, but behind here is actually going to be a video that plays, very similar to my website that you see here. So the video will be playing in the background, faded out like that in this section here. So again, it's going to give it a lot of personality. It's going to be that wow factor, if you will, to get people excited. All right. Then we have the 8-week course. So this is going to be animated as well, because we're talking about super fans here. So we're going to have this visual and this animated visual of what it looks like to attract raving fans. And these are going to all stack up, right? And then eventually that purple box is going to disappear because it's going to be filled with raving fans. So that's a really cool functionality that's going to look really sweet once we get done with it. So this is his book section. So he's got 2 books, right? So he's got one that he co-authored and one that he authored himself. The one that he authored himself, obviously we want to feature. So that's actually the book that you see there. And that's Pradeep himself, but we cut out his head and we kind of made it different. We wanted this to really stand out. So showing the book in use is a higher level of identification to the reader than just presenting the book like everybody else does, the 3D display. So we went a little different here on this section. We also gradiented the buttons to make it look a little bit of a shine to it, give it that modern look. Then we also this is the testimonial section, and this will be animated as well. So we're going to have a really cool way of displaying his testimonials. And we'll show you that when we get to the staging site, obviously. This is the live event section. So again, this may have some video background to it. I'm pretty sure that it will. That's why it's sort of just purple right now. And then you have the contact me section. I love the way we did this. We overlaid it with that yellow. We put some shape to it. We have the triangles and the rectangles slanted, to give it some design. And then that's the footer. So that's the actual website design that we've created for Pradeep. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. And this is, again, for a personal brand that is definitely going to change the game once this site hits the market, because there's a lot of psychology behind it that is going to win. It's going to win. So as we move forward, we have this is the blog homepage. So the blog homepage is going to basically hold all of his blog posts. We're going to have an ad here on the right. Obviously, we want to make sure that we're encouraging an opt-in somewhere, because we want to build his list up, right, of raving fans. That's who he is. So we'll have an ad there on the right. You'll be able to scroll down and click on each individual blog post, which will lead you to this page, which is the individual blog post page. And again, very, very clean. We have the leave a comment section. We have the ad here. We're going to add the share functionality underneath so people could share the blog post on social media. We already updated. I don't know why I didn't use the updated version of this page, but anyway. So yeah, here we did it for the blog post. We did it for the podcast pages. So here's the podcast home pages. So here is where all of his podcasts are going to lay, and you could just click on it, right? Or click on the image, and it will take them to the individual podcast page, which he can share on social media and so on and so forth. Again, keep it consistent. The ad space on the right, that's prime real estate. And we want to get people to opt in or take action, as they're reading. Because I've listened to tons of podcasts on people's pages and have wanted to take action, but couldn't because there was no place for me to do so. So that's why it's important to have this ad space here. And there you have it, guys. Very, very simple sort of behind the scenes look on Pradeep Sangha's personal brand website that we've created literally from scratch. He came to us with absolutely nothing but an idea, and we've, over time, we're probably into this project about 60 days. We're developing a masterpiece here, and I'm really, really excited to present it live once it goes live. So I'm walking you guys through this process every step of the way because I want you guys to see how different we do things here versus, those folks that are just trying to make a quick buck and trying to, jump right into the design phase, which is just the biggest amateur mistake you could possibly make. I mean, people don't necessarily, you could get anybody to design you a website, and it's so cheap nowadays to get somebody to just design you a website. But what my clients pay me for is my thinking and my strategy. That's what brings in the different, the difference between how we do things and how other people do things. And we want this brand to be timeless, just timeless. And as you can see, it's very modern. It's very clean. And dude, just probably one of my favorite designs and projects. I'm not just saying that to blow smoke up his ass either. I told him yesterday, I really, really love the way this came out. And I'm just grateful to be able to work with a guy like this, because he's definitely a go-getter. He's definitely a doer. And those are the folks that I want to work with. So there you have it, guys. Quick little behind the scenes. I'll keep you posted as we continue this project. It's a lot of fun. You know, this client has been a pleasure to work with. And it's just when you go through a process and you make sure that the process is fine-tuned, it's just about executing. It's just about making it happen, following the process, trusting the process. Because when you do that, it just makes for a seamless experience, not only for me and my team, because there's 16 people behind this project that's actually building this out. You know, the next stage, I'll show this to you in a couple of days, but now we got to build out his whole funnel, his whole marketing funnel on the back end of this. And so now that we have the design laid out, my ClickFunnels team is now building out the branding and branding all the funnel pages to look very similar and to be on brand with his actual website. So that'll be in a couple days, guys. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have questions, comments, drop them down below. If you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, please do. I'll be consistently doing videos like this to sort of help and guide you in the way of building a great personal brand. So have an awesome day, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.